Okay, let's get right into it. When you need a real estate appraisal, it's really easy to think you're just ordering a report, but that's not it at all. What you're really doing is making a huge financial decision. You're hiring an expert, and their judgment, it can have a massive impact on your bottom line. Get it right, and you're in great shape. Get it wrong, and well, the stakes are unbelievably high.
And just how high are we talking? Look at this. The difference is night and day. The right appraiser can mean your sale goes through smoothly, or you get that refinance, maybe putting thousands of extra dollars right in your pocket. But the wrong one, they could kill the deal entirely or get your refi denied, costing you a ton. We are literally talking about a potential swing of thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars, all based on this one decision.
So, how do you make sure you get it right? It's actually pretty simple. You just have to shift your mindset. You're not just some client waiting for a report. No, you are the hiring manager, and you're hiring someone to handle one of the biggest assets you own. This is a job interview, and you need to be ready.
And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to build your toolkit. We'll walk through a whole set of strategic questions that are designed to help you find a real pro, someone who's going to protect your investment.
First things first, we've got to do a background check. These are the absolute non-negotiables. These are the baseline qualifications that any appraiser you even think about hiring must have, period.
Let's kick it off with the most basic, but also the most critical question. This is the first hurdle they have to clear. I mean, without a valid license, they're not even supposed to be operating, and any report they write is basically worthless. An unlicensed appraiser is a giant red flag, no exceptions.
And here's the thing. You don't just have to take their word for it. You can, and you absolutely should, check it out for yourself. Every state has a regulatory board online where you can just pop in their license number and see their status. It's a simple step that gives you total peace of mind. Okay, next, you want to see if they're just doing the bare minimum or if they're really committed to their craft. Asking about professional designations is how you figure that out. These aren't mandatory, but they show a much higher level of dedication and expertise. So what are you listening for? Well, if you hear something like SRA, that tells you they're a specialist in residential properties. Others like MAI or IFA are super respected across the industry. Seeing these designations means they've put in a ton of extra work to become a true expert in their field.
All right, now for the one that might feel a little awkward, but you have to ask it. A real professional will have a direct, honest answer ready to go. You need to know their record is clean to trust their judgment.
Okay, so let's say they've passed the background check. Great. But we're not done yet, because a license on its own just isn't enough. You know how they say real estate is all about location, location, location? Well, so is appraising. You need a true local pro, not some generalist who works all over the place.
This question gets right to the heart of it. It's not about how long they've been doing this in general, it's about how active they are in your specific area right now. A high number tells you they really have their finger on the pulse of your neighborhood.
And this is just as important. Have they dealt with a property like yours? You know, appraising a high-rise condo is a totally different ballgame than a farmhouse with 20 acres. You want someone who gets the unique features and challenges of your specific type of home.
And this is what being a local expert really means. They don't just look up data on a computer. They know the recent sales off the top of their head. They understand the market trends. They get those little quirks, like why a house on this street is worth more than the exact same house one street over. That's the insider knowledge you're paying for.
So, once you've confirmed they're licensed and a local expert, it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty, the job itself. Setting clear expectations right here is the key to making sure the whole process goes smoothly, without any nasty surprises later.
And just so we're all on the same page, let's quickly map out the process. You're right here at step 1, the interview call. Next up is the actual inspection of the property. Then they'll deliver the report, and finally, you'll review it. Knowing these steps helps you ask smarter questions about what's coming.
Let's talk money. This sounds like a simple question, but the details really matter. You need to know exactly what that fee covers, and, this is crucial, are there any situations where that price could go up? You want a firm number, not just a vague estimate.
You know, in real estate, time is almost always money. Whether you're trying to close a sale on a deadline or lock in a good mortgage rate, delays can be super costly. So getting a clear timeline from them is absolutely essential.
Now this is a big one. It's about ethics. The entire value of an appraisal comes from the fact that it's supposed to be an independent, unbiased opinion. You have to be sure there are no conflicts of interest. No hidden relationships with anyone in the deal that could even hint at swaying your judgment.
So you've asked all the tough questions. You've gathered all the information. Now what? How do you actually put it all together and make that final call? Well, it all comes down to reading the signs of a real professional.
And here it is, maybe the most important takeaway of all. It's not just what they say, it's how they say it. A really competent professional will welcome your questions. They'll give you clear, confident answers. They won't get defensive. That confidence is a huge green flag.
So when it's all said and done, just remember this. You are not buying a piece of paper with a number on it. You are hiring a person's expert judgment, their local knowledge, and their professional integrity. You're hiring them to guide you through one of the biggest financial moves you'll ever make.
See, this whole thing is about putting you in the driver's seat. When you have the right questions, you are in control. You're the hiring manager. And now, you have the tools you need to choose wisely.